Welcome back to the beginner series here in the Hunter Call of the Wild, where I have started a brand new game and I'm seeing what it's like to play on a fresh account as a player with over 1,000 hours of experience. So last time we got pretty far. I think we're level 7 now. Got a couple of skill and perk points along the way. We have the 270, we have the Hyperion Scope, and we have the ability to take down larger games such as this black bear if it'll give us an angle again. I think I'm gonna kind of alert it. Just make a little bit of noise. She should stand back up. There we go. And I'm just aiming right in between the shoulder blades there, trying to get her in the spine. And the reason that I was trying to make noise in that particular scenario and get her to stand up, she was facing directly away from us. And what that means is that she's going to give us a basically free shot at the spine. No extra flesh to go through. And also, we have ducks, which I can't hit. There we go. Got a couple. I'll save some of those soft point rounds in case we need them. So a bit more opportunity kills. Last time I think we had something like 12 kills in the hour that I recorded. So hopefully we can do better than that. As I left off the last video saying, it's all about efficiency in my mind as a beginner. Trying to shoot as many animals as you can. Get all the cash XP and weapon score possible while you're out there hunting. And use all of that stuff, the equipment you acquire, the skills you acquire, by leveling up and getting all of the stuff that I just mentioned to hunt the trophy animals a little bit further down the line. So, black bear, really good cash, almost 1,300. And the two ducks, wherever the heck they landed. There's one there. Just a female, 233 cash without any kind of integrity bonus, but again, opportunity kills, they might not seem like a lot when you get just one, but we've had like 5 or 6, I would say, between the last two videos. 5 or 6 times, what, 257 at the least? That's probably like 1,500 cash. I mean, that makes a major difference at this level. There's a bear that we sent running. Probably going to waste a bit of ammo here doing this, if I had to guess. Ooh, never mind. Coyote's going to be way easier to kill and similar, if not better, cash. That'll probably do just fine. That nearly had to get into something. Yeah, he didn't even go anywhere. And actually, I think we've got another coyote. A level 2 and a moose. So we're going to use the map. That is 190 meters. I mean, we've got a nice steady rest. We can see just fine. We can go prone. We shouldn't have to aim really very high if it'll actually stop. That'll work. Just aiming at the top of her back to make sure if it does drop, it gets into her lungs. Don't know where we hit her, but she didn't go anywhere. So already we are less than 5 minutes in. We've got 2 coyotes down, 2 ducks down, and a bear. Like, that is pretty dang good. In the sense of trying to be efficient and getting as much cash and all that good stuff as possible. And actually, this is kind of the same way I hunt as a level 60 player, so I'm not even really doing that much different later on when I'm hunting trophy animals. I'm, for the most part, trying to hunt areas where I can see as far as possible because there's just more of a chance that I'm going to see animals when I can see farther. And these waterways, they attract animals for zones. There's a really nice looking level 4 moose right there. That was actually a heart shot, so you can see that drop pretty significantly. That was actually 202, not 194, but either way, bullet drop is real. We are, I think, going to work our way around to go try to get a shot at him. I was thinking about taking the shot from here, but there's no real point to it. We might as well head over there and get a nice clean shot, because that's a nice looking moose. As I mentioned, don't just go for trophy animals. Like, don't ignore small stuff just to get the trophies when you need that cash and XP, but it's always nice to get something big. So there's 2 things we could do here. We could really take our time. We could walk all the way around, and we could get a nice broadside shot. Or, we can kind of rush it. I'm going to just stand up and walk. If he doesn't become alert and we can get over there and get that shot, that's fine. But if he does become alert and notices us, he's probably going to end up offering us some kind of shot when he's basically doing an animation that is representing him noticing us and trying to get a better look. So, I can't really see the heart, it's in the breed, so I'm going to wait for now. He'll probably give us something broadside, or that even. I don't know if I got the spine there. Hopefully I did. Not sure if he maybe just went down. I think he did. That was not my best shot. I was a little bit left, but apparently we got lucky, and I think only got lumbar spine, so we'll lose some quick kill. We won't get the 880 that I expected. Probably 850 or so, though. 898, 89% quick kill. I actually shot too high. I was left of where I was aiming. I was trying to hit right about here. I ended up too high and got him in the neck, so I'll be honest there, that was extremely lucky on a really nice looking moose, but I'll take it. So again, maybe, actually, definitely better to take the safe route and get just a straight spine shot. In that case, it worked out, but I really shouldn't have gone for that. Hearing that coyote, I actually think we have the predator color unlocked. I probably missed unlocking that in the last video. So next outpost we get to, we'll probably have to grab that. It's never a bad idea to call in coyotes when we hear them, because they are great for cash and XP. So going with a smarter approach this time. Unfortunately, the angle's really bad, so I think I am going to have to kind of alert her anyway, just to get a better angle. Otherwise, I got to sneak for forever, which on a female moose, I'm not really willing to do. So I'm just going to walk around a little bit here, kind of try to get her attention. While she's eating, we'll just take advantage and sneak a little closer. She should see us now. And if we go for the back of the spine, I think that'll be pretty okay. The front of the spine wouldn't have worked there. The angle we had, just too much flesh. Wasn't going to happen. And I think we ended up getting the lumbar spine because she covered some distance. But she did pile up, and that's exactly what happened. I mean, the penetration there in the 270 is real. I mean, we probably could have shot up here and been okay. But I'm more comfortable going for something like that where I know it's going to work because there's just less flesh to go through. I say that a lot. Try to put your shot in the position where it has to go through as little extra flesh, unnecessary flesh as possible. Now, in that case, we lost some quick kill, but it was a female moose, so it's not a high rating animal where I'm worried about that as much. Had it been a level 5 moose, I definitely would have waited for a thoracic spine shot just because the lumbar spine does lose quick kill. Level 4 bear, that could be pretty decent cash. That's about 220 away, so we'll scoot over there a little closer, get a little more broadside. And if we just sneak in right here, I think we can even go prone. Now the bear's spine's a little lower than other species. I'll let him lift his head so it's all straight back, but I'm going to be a little lower than I would be on, say, a moose. Right about there. So as you can see, I didn't stay right at the top of the back like I would on other species. The bear's spine dips down a little bit. It's more the top of the back, like towards the rear end of the bear, but towards the front it kind of dips down. I'll show that when we claim them. More ducks. I don't know why I bother spotting them. Even if it was a level 3, it wouldn't matter. Don't want to use my 270 rounds though. I am going to stick with the polymer tips just because they're going to get away. If I don't, maybe can get one more if I let that heart rate calm down again. It takes so long as a low level, that's the issue. Had to aim extra high to compensate because the bullet had to travel further, but that is 2 more opportunity kill ducks. I think that's going to be, I'm going to be a broken record on that throughout this series, especially early on. Opportunity kills on those small game species add up, and they are worth taking a shot. You might think, like, when you buy the 243 ammo, I think polymer tips are something like $5.50 when you buy them, but that's per 10. So it's like 55 cash for a round, and you're gaining 200 or 300 every mallard or rabbit you shoot. That makes it worth it. But here's what I'm talking about with the black bear spine. If you look at the front, it kind of like dips down. You can see that larger chunk of flesh above the spine than on other animals, so I tend to be pretty low. In this case, I was maybe even too low. Just got the bottom of the spine and both lungs, but it was enough. They also have a pretty thick spine, and there we go right there. 7mm Regent Magnum unlocked at level 7. I want to say it costs 40k in cash, so we need to acquire a lot more of that. And basically, the way I'm going to do that is try to save on ammo. Try not to waste shots on, like, animals that I'm not going to hit. So that way I'm not buying extra ammo that I wouldn't otherwise need, because once we get the 7mm, I'm pretty much doing away with the 270. The 270, because we didn't actually have to pay for it, we just had to buy the ammo, is mainly just our way of propelling up to the 7mm faster than with the 243. Unfortunately, though, no sign of any dead ducks. My guess is that they kind of glitched and disappeared. I've had that before where I've shot ducks that just seem to disappear off the map. So unfortunately, we're going to lose Consec, and that's kind of the second video in a row where I'm talking about doing something and then it somewhat backfires, so go figure. But I think we're still well in the positive on opportunity kills for like the amount we spent on ammo versus the amount we've gained, so I'd still call it worth it. So we've got a gold moose or a level 3 coyote. I think the moose will actually have slightly more cash, even though we're probably not going to have 100% quick kill. I'm not certain on that, but I'm pretty sure we should be looking at like 1200 from the moose, whereas it would be 11 something with the coyote. Now, of course, the issue is the angle for the moose sucks, and the weapon we have for the coyote is way easier to drop it. But I think we're going to go for the moose. If we just keep walking up here till we get to this chunk where there's no grass, and if we wait for him to bring his head up, I think we should be able to put that into his spine to where he's going to go down rather quickly. And actually, that coyote is cooperating rather nicely, going that way. I think that was a hit. I'm not certain, but taking the scope off just quickly in case it came running through here, but I think it went down almost immediately, and it did. So we'll take that, which got us to the next level with just a straight left lung shot, and then I think the moose died as well. Definitely double hunting pressure here, so he didn't go too far then. In fact, he is right here. 813 gold with a 92% quick kill, but apparently I was off. That's only 1,031 cash, so we probably should have shot the coyote first for the sake of the cash, but the way that it worked out, we got them both. So, I mean, there's always that factor. That would be our first elk. But there's always that factor that the coyotes run way slower, and you have a better chance of getting a follow-up shot on a coyote than you do of landing a spine shot on a moving moose. So that's something to consider, but in that case, I really didn't think I was going to go for both. So that just worked out in our favor. So once again, using the map as our rangefinder, he is 150 meters away. So we get prone here where it's nice and open. Let him bring his head down because we're going to go for like a neck or spine shot. Let that settle into the middle, and I think he should be dropping, and he is. So that works out rather nicely. And on our way over, we've got track knowledge level 3, which we'll go ahead and grab. I am actually surprised this guy ran at all. That was a spine shot. I guess it was 141 meters, but 100% quick kill still. I just didn't think he would run from that. I figured he would actually drop immediately. Oh, and there's even ducks here. I didn't see those. Let me try to quickly throw soft points in here. I only have 4 left. Last time this didn't even work anyway because they seemed to disappear. So I'm just going to shoot the one in the back so that hopefully I can actually find it. You really got to look for these. I really think those last ones did disappear because it wasn't like we had a lot of brush to hide them, but when they fall in this kind of stuff, it's somewhat hard to find them at times. Guess we'll try to shoot you too. Oh, she's actually walking right there. Nice broadside angle, but some brush in the way. She'll just step out a little further there where I can see where her back's at. Think that'll be just fine. Very much so. That was a awfully strange way to die, but we'll take it. We are heading up towards one of the other really good outposts to unlock, which is right about there. at that lake, there tend to be just tons of animals pretty consistently. It's a place you can fast travel to and just shoot something if you need like one more kill. That's nearly a guarantee there's going to be something right outside that outpost. And also, it's just, you know, another outpost unlocked, more experience towards the character, and we do actually want to buy some more ammo as well as grab that Predator collar, which I think should be unlocked. So all the more reason to head up there. I'm trying to wait for something better, and I'm really not getting it. He doesn't want to offer a really good broadside shot. So I'm kind of thinking the best thing we can do is try to get a heart. Well, there's the heart right there. If you can get heart and single lung on the moose with the 270, they do drop immediately, and that's what happened there. I would imagine. You can get it at times where they actually, they don't even need the single lung. That was close enough range that that could have been one of those scenarios. But we did get the right lung on the way through. 851 for that one. Not too bad. We're not even to that lake yet, and we got animals there. A really good level 4 buck. Probably or actually definitely a gold moose up there. But I think we're going to go for the buck here, just because we've not shot a lot of decent blacktail. And also, the blacktail should, in theory, be easier to get than the moose. So we're going to grab our 243. We'll get up here to what I think is going to be about 150. Once again, using the map as our rangefinder. They should be pretty close. He's got his back good and straight. Drop that down in. Actually did what I said last video, which failed because it ended up being a shoulder shot on a moose, but aiming above the animal, hold my breath, and letting the scope settle on the spine, and then pulling the trigger the moment that scope gets there. This guy is going to be pretty good scoring as well, so we should get a good chunk of cash out of him. 150 trophy, 857 gold, 1,055 cash blowing through the shoulder blade into the spine. That is the power of the polymer tip bullets. So I have just gone ahead and bought the Predator color, so that's going to set us back 6,000 cash in terms of actually getting the 7 mil, but I think that's going to be all fine. It'll probably pay for itself rather quickly in the amount of coyotes we can get using it. The 7 mil is going to cost us 36,000, which isn't too bad. We're at 23,000 right now. I'd say we'll have it by the end of the next video, and the polymer tip bullets, we'll actually have them unlocked by the time we get the cash to buy the gun. We only need about 200 more hunter score there. So once we get that, we are going to be pretty dang set, I would say. We're pretty much ready to take on any moose we want from a lot different angles. We don't have to be as careful. And we might head over to Hirschfelden and do a bit of bison hunting. The 7 mil is more than capable of taking down the bison, and you can get a lot of them in a short period of time. They kind of just tend to try to return to their zones constantly. So that might be something we do in the near future as well. So we're going to go ahead and try to call in this buck. And of course, to no one's surprise, I need an animal to come in to end the video, and it doesn't come in. But fortunately, we are at this lake that I mentioned earlier, and there are plenty of animals to choose from. So that's looking to be about a 180 meter shot. We'll scoot that in a little closer as we grab our 243. I'll go ahead and reload just for the sake of gaining a few more meters. He is right there. We'll let him stand up straight. Drop that in, and I do see a white belly right there, so that'll be him down. So that's good progress today. We are pretty much one episode away from having the 7 mil unlocked. I don't know, well, actually, we have it unlocked, having it actually purchased and in our inventory. And as far as, like, other unlocks, I don't think we did anything else major today. But we got a lot of animals down and got pretty dang close to having that 7 mil, as said. We'll have it by the end of the next episode. So I'd say next episode's going to be here on Layton again. And then we might move to Hirsch and try some bison hunting with that 7 mil. And see if we can rack up a lot of cash quickly for just having it to buy some of the other items in the game. But this guy does actually level us up one final time. 730 total score with him. That will give us a perk point once again. And I think we're probably going to go ahead and get a zeroing. We have that Hyperion scope. We need to activate that by right-clicking on it. And now we have the ability to go 75 and 150 meters. So I have a little better idea of what I'm dealing with when I'm going for the longer shots. And then, of course, the next perk point will get long range zeroing and can zero for 300. So that is going to do it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. As with the last one, if there's anything you want me to go over in these videos, please leave it in the comments below. I am recording these pretty far ahead, so it might be several videos in until I get to do it, but I will try my best to get those in a video. So thank you once again, and I will see you next time.